How do I keep my paper wet for longer? This is a question that I was asked, and today we're taking a deep dive into this topic. There are many things to be said about this topic, and there are many factors that come into play here. I would tell you that my number one is the room humidity. That one changes everything in a painting. I don't know if you've ever painted plein air, but basically when you're outside, the paper dries much faster as opposed to when you paint indoors, where you maybe have a little more time to paint and things are calmer. And yes, you just don't need to stress about wind or anything like that. And that's exactly the same in a room. The room has its own humidity. Maybe you have some windows open. So I'm not going to tell you to barricade yourself indoor. Just be mindful of that, because that's something that will change how fast it's going to dry. The number two factor that I came across a lot through my painting experience has been the watercolor brand. I have these two brands. I mainly use these two watercolor brands. I have another one, but Holbein and Meyer Blue are my go-to watercolors. I noticed that when I paint with Holbein, I have so much more time in the wet on wet phase compared to when I paint with Meyer Blue. Meyer Blue watercolors specifically, I feel like they tend to dry pretty fast. I couldn't get it figured out, but basically I noticed that with one pigment in particular, which was permanent yellow lemon, as soon as it touched the paper, it was spreading really fast across the wet surface. The point where it touched the paper dried first. I don't know the science behind it precisely, but I do imagine it has to do with paint dispersion in that case. And by the way, this is not bad. It's just like it depends all on your approach. If you're someone who does more like illustrations and works on hot press, for example, using paints that dry pretty fast, it actually works in your favor, because that allows you to build on multiple layers using advantage of the watercolor transparency. You don't need to wait around for so long. But if I'm painting something that's more realistic, I will go with my Holbeins, because they just allow me to have maximum control over the subject. They don't spread as much, they stay wet for a long time. That's really what works best for me. Another thing that you can do to have the paper wet for longer is to use quality paper. I do recommend these brands just because I tested them and I know they work really well. Number one, and they're not in any particular order, by the way. Number one, Arches, because it's the most common paper, everyone knows it. Number two, Saunders Waterford paper. They are both artist level papers, but if you want something that's not as pricey, so you're gonna have less pressure to paint on, I would highly recommend Meeden paper. They make beautiful cold press, hot press, rough paper. It's 100% cotton and it's a student grade paper. By the way, I do have a discount code for you for Meeden paper in case you were interested in it, so I'm gonna link it down below. Another way to keep your paper wet for longer is not only by wetting the front, so you wet the front here, right? But then if you turn it around and you wet the back where you're painting, that dampness really sticks to the paper. You can paint for much longer, and make sure you don't just like wet the paper for 30 seconds and done. Work your water into the paper for, I would say, a couple minutes if you're working on something like a painting that's about this size. If it's something minimal, you don't really need the paper to stay wet for that long. Also, another thing is to have some kind of glass surface or maybe plastic surface underneath your painting. Again, I don't know the exact science behind it, but it does help. Another thing, I'll be using the paint that I told you before that was drying really fast, which is permanent lemon yellow. So I'll be using this lemon yellow here. So we can see, now I wet the back of the paper too, and I'm almost out of it actually. Yeah, this one's finished. Anyway, it's super light value now, but it's a good chance for me to clean this well. It's full of fuzzers. I can use this paint here, which is Quinacridone Scarlet from Meyer Blue. This one tends to dry faster compared to other pigments that I have. So you see the dispersion is really good on this pigment in particular. And so let's say this paint is drying faster than I want it to. One thing you can do is use this kind of spray bottle. This one makes very fine mist, and you need to nebulize it over the page, not directly. So you point it up so it's like parallel to the paper, and you just nebulize it like this. It will create some teeny tiny water droplets, which either you embrace them or maybe this is not for you, but I actually like it because it creates texture. Let's do this test again with a darker pigment so that you can actually see how the water from the spray bottle will react with the paint. I'm gonna be adding some Indanthrone blue now. So I use quinacridone violet and blue. Create a nice little gradient here. And this is staying wet for ages now because I wet the paper front and back. And this is cellulose paper, by the way, a medium paper pad. So what I was saying before is you nebulize this water over the page. Don't go straight on it, because if you go straight on it, that's what you're going to get. And that's not what we're after. Maybe, yeah, I'll try to show you as much as possible. Like, okay, so here, and this is the texture that creates on the paper. I don't know, these are my top 5 tips on how to keep the paper wet. And like, let me just go off topic for 1 second. Once the paper, this one is still wet, but once it starts to dry, you can absolutely create more texture by blooming the paper. You can create little blooms, little lines. You can put some salt over this and then it will make some beautiful texture. But now you can really feel free. It's like a reverse painting. You know, when you have you ever painted with like black crayon on top of colorful crayons and then you carve out your parts? That feels pretty much like that. This is kind of like a galaxy mood here. Anyways, this is it. Thank you so much for your time, for watching this video. And if you liked it, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao.